Hey, welcome back, everybody. I wanted to do a tool review, I guess, on these wire strippers, automatic wire strippers and cutters. Uh, Full disclosure, I have pulled these out of the packaging and I have used them, and so far I'm extremely impressed. I've only stripped like 6 or 7 wires with them, and there was just a touch of adjustment that had to be made, but I wanted you to see how they come, what the packaging looks like. Aside from that, let's just get started. I ordered these on Amazon. They were $7, I think, and I haven't checked the ones that you can get at Harbor Freight that are identical, different color, but they appear to be exactly the same. Those were $1 or $2 less, but I didn't know about those until I'd purchased this. It was already on its way, and I said, you know what? Why not? I'll just give it a try and see what I think. So that's the packaging that it comes in. It gives you instructions on the back, and it's not stapled. It wasn't stapled when it came to me, so this back cardboard just slips out, and those come out of the plastic packaging. And if you look very closely, we'll see how close I can get these to you and remain in focus. I don't know. Now you have an adjustment here that just slides in the jaws for depth of the strip, I guess. And I was really happy with it on whatever that particular measurement is. And this is your adjustment screw back here. If you go tight, it tightens. It increases the pressure that it puts on the jacketing on a wire. The looser it goes, the looser that pressure is. So the looser you go, the bigger wire it's going to strip. And these only tell you 0.5 to 6 millimeter wire. That doesn't really give you gauges. So as I use these more, I'm sure you'll find out what size wires I'm working with, if I even know. This is just a wiring harness from a radio project, a head unit project that I'm working on, and I've already stripped. Hang on just a second. Movie magic. Sorry about that, I had an alarm go off on my phone. I've already stripped with these strippers, these wires here on this wiring harness, and I have just these 4 here to strip left, and I wanted to, I've actually got that one line further than I want, looks like. I wanted to leave these so that you could see what happens. These have previously been installed in a Subaru Forester on the radio, the head unit that I'm using. So I have to re-strip these, and before I strip them, I'm just going to remove these bits of this heat shrink. So I'm just very gently squeezing and pulling that heat shrink off. And this is not that kind of heat shrink that has adhesive inside of it, or whatever that shmoo is that squishes out when you have the really good waterproof stuff. But then once you have, and I already do have my depth set and my pressure set, but it is just that simple. You put your wire up against that stop and you squeeze down, and you just keep squeezing on your handle, and it is that easy. It just stripped that wire for me, and see, that's all I'm doing is just squeezing. You can kind of see that mechanism functioning right there. I'll try to get better footage of that with a different camera. This is my This is my Chinese knockoff of a GoPro. I lovingly refer to this thing as a Slow Pro, but it's been really good for me, so I don't knock it too much. And I tried this last night while I was playing around with this thing. I did 2 wires at the same time. I have a yellow and a black. Last night I did 4 at the same time. And like butter. That is just a very cool tool. I don't know how robust it's going to be. It feels quite nice in the hand. It's nice heavy sheet metal. Nice heavy sheet metal on the sides. Nice heavy plastic that it's built from. I don't know what else to say about this thing. I'll try out the wire cutter function. Let me pull out some wire that I have sitting back here someplace. I have a roll of black wire. I don't know what gauge this is. It's probably similar to this stranded stuff that I'm stripping right now, but the cutter is down here on the handle, and oh yeah, like butter. That's very, very just nice and sharp wire cutter. And put that into my stop. We'll see if it's adjusted properly for this size of wire. Yep. Just as clean as can be. That is just so nice. So I'll try to remember to put a link below for this particular one, but if you do a search on Amazon, automatic wire strippers, you'll find this. I'm sure you'll find a lot of others, or go to Harbor Freight, and you guys can tell me if you like the Harbor Freight one better. I am extremely happy with this. I'm not going to send it back. I'm not going to even bother with the Harbor Freight one. Maybe in the future I'll buy it just to do a comparison. But this is awesome for being so stinking cheap. That is going to have a permanent close at hand spot in my toolbox. So thanks for watching. I hope that this has been useful to you. I hope you've learned something useful. That's my goal with all of my videos. If I help one person, then that's all I care about. If I answer the question for one person, or if I keep one person from making the same mistake that I have already, that's what I care about. So if you do, please give it a thumbs up. I'm not sponsored by any of these products. If I do ever become sponsored, which is a far cry, I doubt that'll ever happen, then, but you know what? Hey, you can always hope. I will disclose that. If I ever receive these for free, I absolutely will disclose that. But my goal now is to not be that kind of a YouTube reviewer. I want to give impartial, objective information and reviews on all the stuff that I use, as well as show me actually working on projects and answering questions and keeping other people from making the same mistakes that I have. So stay tuned. One of my soon-to-come videos is going to be wiring this wiring harness to the wiring harness that goes to the radio, and I'll lay everything out and I'll show you all the components that I'm working with, and I'll take it all step by step. It may be a multi-part series because currently I don't have the ability to cut videos together. So bear with me, please be patient. I'm working toward that. And hey, if you learned something, go ahead and subscribe down below. Make sure you hit the bell icon and choose the notifications for every video. Otherwise, you may or may not get what I'm putting out there. And thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.